Bright lights are bright. Hi, I'm Nowski, and today I'm doing a little introduction and review of an anime that I recently watched called Attack on Titan, aka Shingeki no Kyojin. And yes, I got a haircut. Yes, so there is a large world of anime that is out there. A lot of it might seem ridiculous or just plain weird. But don't let all that weird shit that's out there scare you from exploring anime. Because there actually is some pretty good stuff out there, and it's stuff that'll even appeal to a more mature audience. So my source for finding anime is Hulu.com and Crunchyroll.com. I see these sites getting good influx of new anime. They do simulcast, so when the show is airing in its home country, usually Japan, you can actually watch the episode on these websites. I think the day after it airs in its home country, it uploads to these websites. Now when I'm looking for an anime, it needs to be, visually beautiful, artistically, it's gotta look good. It's gotta have a plot that's intricate, that makes me think, use my brain. I like the animes that do have kind of that bloody gore. If it's really dramatic, I go for those ones too. Basically, on HuluPlus.com, if the video begins with the disclaimer that says this video is intended for a mature audience, then those are the animes that I go for. Attack on Titan just so happens to be one of those types of animes. It began as a manga in Japan. It's a Japanese comic book. They made some light novels based off of the story, and then they created the anime, which I'm about to review, and they've gone on to develop some games. And I just found out this, they're actually filming a live action movie, which could be pretty badass in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little introduction to the anime Attack on Titan. This anime was actually created by the makers of the anime called Death Note, which I did watch and I think is a really good anime. So 100 years prior to where this story begins, these giants, these humanoid creatures appeared out of nowhere. No one knows where they came from. These giants, they have giant mouths, they like to pick people up and they like to eat them. They're pretty f***ing creepy. So the fact that these giants are appearing everywhere and eating humans caused all of known humanity to come together and live behind this big circular wall. There's an outermost wall and then there's two inner walls. They're kind of like concentric circles. Nobody knows much about these giants. They range from 3 meters tall up to like 160 feet. They have really hard skin, and the only way to kill these titans is to cut them across the back of their neck. In order to get up there and cut the backs of these titans' necks, the humans have developed 3D maneuvering devices. They kind of look like Spider-Man. They have these boxes strapped to them where they shoot out these cables, and they can shoot to different locations, like shoot their cable into a building and it sucks them that way. They've learned how to kind of maneuver around these really tall giants. Within that first episode, and if you've watched the preview to the show, you know that the giants, the titans, they break through that outermost wall and chaos ensues. So this story follows three main characters. Number one main character is this guy named Eren, his adopted sister Mikasa, and their friend Aramin. Their friend. So the anime follows these three main characters as they go into boot camp and join the military with an eagerness to go fight these giants. Once they get out of that, we kind of just see them pursue this mystery of how the Titans appeared there, what's the whole reason behind the Titans, how can they defeat them, basically. Okay, at this point, my review is gonna include some spoilers. I'd just like to say that this anime is worth watching for those of you who haven't seen it and want to go watch it now and not hear more spoilers. I think you should go watch it. It's pretty cool. It could have been done better, as I'm gonna explain a little bit, but overall, my opinion is you should watch it. Okay, now I'm gonna go a little more in depth with this review. Give my opinions about stuff. Alright, first of all, I'd like to say that they made this anime very well artistically. Graphically, it's really cool looking. They made the Titans look creepy. Very creepy. I'd say that everything starts out well. The plot from the very beginning was really cool. You had these giants attacking humanity, within their walled cities. The attacks were scary. I mean, these giants were just picking people up and eating them. Scary shit. The setting is pretty cool as well. This is a time where, you know, people are riding on horses and horse-drawn carriages. They have cannons and these basic rifles, muskets. Along with that, they have the 3D maneuvering devices, so you get a little bit of a more modern technology. Those things I think they show powered by compressed air. So everything started off really well, but then I started to get a little annoyed with the characters, with the episodes and how the creators divided up the episodes. I don't think that was done really well. So I understand that the Titans haven't invaded into the cities for 100 years, but I feel like there could have been a little bit better planning just in case it happened. These people suck at fighting these giants. So many people die. Even though they have this 3D maneuvering device thing, they are not good at getting to the back of the necks and killing the giants. And I guess I understand that they weren't prepared for these giants to break into the walls. I just feel like there could have been a little bit better of a plan. So everybody basically sucks at killing these giants. And everybody is so freaking scared of them. I mean, everybody is screaming and crying. Oh my god, the giants are so scary. What are we doing with our lives? I'm so scared. I don't want to be in the military anymore. People be scared. Except the main characters. They were the ones that weren't scared, and maybe a couple more of that scouting legion. You might have had a couple more badasses who were actually there to fight the giants. And the rest of the characters, you know, they slowly became a little more brave and ready to fight these big giants. It just took a little while, which I understand. I just, you know, we saw a lot of people crying and being scared. So there's that initial action when the giants break through the walls of the city, and there's that initial fighting between the giants and the humans that suck at fighting them, and that was cool. So we see the fighting settle down, all the humans basically retreat into an inner wall, and then we see our main characters go through what their military boot camp is. So there's less action during those episodes. You see a lot of drama between characters. There's characters fighting about, you know, the different parts of the military police who live inside the walls, and the scouting legion that goes beyond the walls. Just a lot of angst, which is common for anime. You see all this angst and drama and tension, and you see the main characters trying to figure out who they are and where their place is, which was good. There just wasn't that much action during that part of the series. Not enough in my opinion. So after our main characters get out of boot camp, we see them leave and go and join the scouting squad and engage Titans. And during this time, we discover one major thing. Something that is really cool. Eren, the main character, could turn into a Titan. What? So that's awesome. We, you know, finally have this character who can maybe fight the giants well. Being a guy that can turn into a giant, maybe we'll actually see the humans, the good guys, win with some battles, because most of them they were losing. All of them up to this point, they were losing. So when Eren turns into the Titan himself, we actually get to see a little more action. You know, he's able to fight these Titans, and we see someone who's not scared to fight them. Stuff that we wanted to see. But it takes multiple episodes sometimes to get to the parts where there's action. I feel like some episodes were just like, okay, our main character's chasing a Titan. He's chasing it, he's chasing it, he's chasing it. Okay, the episode's over. They never got to the fight. Alright, next episode. Okay, now the Titan is chasing our main character. He's running away, he's running away, he's running away. Okay, there must be a fight that's gonna happen sometime soon. And okay, episode's over. That was getting annoying. It was taking multiple episodes to get to a part of the story that was satisfying. And the episodes were pretty short. I want to say they were under 30 minutes. I think they could have put a little bit of action, or, you know, a little satisfying piece of the story into each episode, but sometimes you just had some boring episodes. Alright, so we had these boring episodes, but what was happening during those boring episodes? I'll tell you, it was a lot of internal monologue. Yes, it was characters talking to themselves, thinking to themselves in their head for long periods of time, it felt like. I mean, these episodes, what were they, like 25 minutes? And I swear, I feel like they would go 5 minutes straight of just internal monologue, which in like a novel is okay. You're reading what the character's thinking, that's cool, but when you're watching it, it just comes across as boring, and, you know, it takes up time and you don't see any action. When it's on the screen, I mean, your character's being chased by a Titan, and during this time he's thinking to himself and just saying a bunch of stuff. You think 5 minutes passed, okay, by now the Titan would have picked you up and ate you, put you in his mouth, nom nom nom. There was just a little too much of that internal monologue. And there were also episodes where they focused on some other characters that we weren't really interested in. I mean, they were there, but they weren't the main characters. Personally, I didn't really care. I don't want to get to know them that much. Probably gonna die anyways, because everybody dies in this show, it seems like. So we do discover towards the end of the season that other humans can turn into Titans. Though the mystery of the Titans overall kind of continues. They don't know that much about them. They aren't able to find very many answers of how people can turn into Titans. They just know that it happens. So there's that. But the hunt for answers continues. Now, regardless of the boring parts, I think the story of this anime was good. The action that did happen was really cool action. The characters were developed well. If you could get through the parts where they were scared and crying and very unsure of themselves, you see towards the very end of the series that, hey, they've turned into badasses. So there is a lot of potential for the next season, which should be coming because they didn't really answer much within this first series. They kind of introduced it. They developed our main characters. We got through some boring parts, but I think for the second season, it's set up really well. We have characters who are actually ready to fight these big bad giants, and we have a story that can continue as they hunt for the answers behind the Titans. Okay, that's the end of my review. Again, that was all my opinion. Maybe you had different thoughts about this anime. If there's stuff that you liked or didn't like and I didn't mention, feel free to put it down in the comments on the YouTube page. And if there are any animes out there that you think I should see, let me know. I'm still trying to discover good stuff and weed out the bad stuff. So let me know if you know some good stuff. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of my Nowski vlogs where I talk about stuff that interests me or talk about personal aspects of my life, schooling and life in general. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to, and let's be friends. And I will see you all next time. Bye.